Hey everybody, welcome to the Gootscast for the 21st of July. We are here tonight with your Impact Post-Show and your AEW Dark Post-Show. First things first, Impact, what a big night for the company. And I think more or less they had a good show, but we'll get into it with Andrew Lee.
Yeah, the first Impact since Slammiversary, which happened on Saturday. I was watching on Twitch, and the numbers, from what I can tell, of the amount of people who are viewing it on Twitch, it almost doubled.
Did they win the demo?
They won. This just in. They beat all the demos. They won all of them. All demos of all age groups.
By the way, Randy Orton Big Show had one of the lowest rated segments in Raw history. And I'll tell you why. Look, I think Randy Orton's doing a great job. I think he's very interesting, this new character. Mm-hmm. However, him versus Big Show is a fucking rehash. Nobody wants to see it. To most viewers, Randy Orton is a guy from another era, and I don't think anybody wants to see those two guys on top. I'm sorry, I like Randy, but I think Randy needs to go in a more supporting role. I just don't think that. I don't know. I just don't think making him the legend killer and this repeating storyline from 2004 when he's 40 is going to work.
Yeah, it's, you know what it is. It's like when you're watching WCW and they would have like Lex Luger versus like.
But if you think about it, Lex was in wrestling not as long as Randy is right now, and it still felt like old.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it felt like I meant like, you know, when you would watch like WCW around
like 2000.
Yeah, 2000, and Lex Luger would be wrestling some other guy like a Rick Scott Steiner. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Why that was only like, and if that was only like a 10-year difference, and if you think about it, like this is like a 15, 16-year thing. Like we were watching these guys wrestle 16 years ago, and now we're still watching. Yeah. And it's like, that's hold on, let me just think here. So Lex and Scott and Rick Steiner, like I guess they wrestled first in '88. That is like in 2007, WWE was having Lex Luger versus Rick Steiner matches, main event.
Yeah, it's nice to watch the nostalgic factor, but people aren't clamoring for it, you know?
But there's no nostalgia in Randy Orton because he's never went away. It'd be one thing if Randy Orton went away for like 6 years and came back, because then he's like a new guy. But he was just never really went away. He went away for a few months.
Not even for Randy Orton. I mean, I meant for Big Show. But
Big Show also really never went away, if you think about it.
And people aren't like, it's one of those nostalgia things, meaning like if it's just on, I'll watch it, but no one's fucking tuning in for that, you know?
No, and I don't think this making Randy Orton the legend killer is the way to go. I don't think him like taking everybody out is the way. I don't think nobody wants to, it's look, he's doing a good job. Nobody wants to see that shit in 2020. Sorry.
Why would they need to do something drastic to change the rating?
I think they're going to, but they're going to wait till after the pandemic. I think all of this is not going to count. The minute they can get like in a Barclays or something, I'm not even, like again, like I said this to you before, but let's say like next month they get approval that they can run like a small arena in Georgia. I think that we're going to see a complete reboot of everything, a hard reboot, once they get in someplace like Barclays or even the Manhattan Center. But until then, it's just going to be this shit. I think they know this is what I think Vince thinks. Why am I going to fucking bust my nut to get these ratings back up when I know that like this show's not that great. I'm just doing it to do it to keep my contract.
That's probably true, and that's a very shitty attitude to have.
This is the thing, those viewers might not come back.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's a really shit. If what you're saying is true, if that's exactly how Junior is thinking right now, it's a really shitty attitude to have, because you'll see what's going to happen if you keep that up. You know, but,
I also think he's kind of trying to build half-assed new stars with this, except for Randy Orton Big Show. But I think that's why they're doing stuff with Apollo Crews. They're doing stuff. I think they are trying to build new people like Otis before he died of Corona, but I don't think it's hard to tell if it's working. There's no crowds. So.
He ate some bad ham. That's what happened.
Get her done.
Man,
But
man.
I think
What was the rating for that Randy Orton Big Show?
I forget, but it's very low. It's
It
like
was really,
0.
really low.
It's the ratings are really bad. And dude, somebody posted clips of that JD from New York guy. He gets so mad about Raw. It's stuff that like me and you like we'll get mad about, but we don't get mad. We gotta get madder about this. We gotta like he gets so mad. You would think that they raped his sister in the back, the way he's screaming and he's 39, he's my age. I wasn't getting that mad about wrestling in the year 2000. I can't imagine screaming and yelling and carrying on about a wrestling thing. I'll get mad sometimes, but I just can't
No,
imagine.
people like watching people get mad. I'm being honest.
Dude, it is scary.
Like,
it is like, it's like this guy needs help. Like he's, Bruce, you fucking clown! That's what you book? What are you tired, Brucey? Like he's screaming. Like what is this? What are you doing? You're 39 years old. What are you getting so mad about?
You know why? Because
it gets right. No, it gets hits.
Yeah, but people, I think they that's how they feel, so they're living it off through him, and I think that's why he gets he gets fans and stuff. It's probably what it is.
I don't know. I couldn't get.
Raw was under 2 million again, right?
Yeah, Raw's doing hard.
Oof, it's terrible, dude.
I think it's good. I don't think it's going to recover. I think let's say everything goes back. We talked earlier about everything go back to normal, bro. I think when they do and they get Barclays, I think will they sell out? Yeah, I think they will. I think people will be, and I think the crowd will be on fire. I don't think anyone's going to tune in. You could have Becky, let's say it's next summer. You could have Becky Lynch walk out, Roman Reigns come out and spear and fucking challenge whoever, like Drew McIntyre to a match at SummerSlam. You could do Undertaker walk out, The Rock come out, Austin walk out, fucking, the new GM of Raw is fucking Kevin Nash. All these crazy angles they could do. I don't think anyone's going to watch. I think it's already the damage is going to be too far gone.
Probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
By the way, I also think that's the same for all the companies. That's just me.
Yeah. But not Impact Wrestling, because they're actually going up. Like I said, I was watching on Twitch, noticed that it almost doubled the amount of viewers this week. Today, I should say. Starts off with a really cool EC3 promo. I don't know if you guys remember the end of Slammiversary. It was EC3 turns around, it's got a new look, smashes the whiskey shot glass against the wall. This time he's actually speaking to the camera, and he is talking about how you need to control your narrative. And then it leads right into the new Impact intro video with shots of all the new stars that they acquired, like the Good Brothers, EC3, Eric Young, all of them are in there. It was very interesting. What'd you think about the promo? Fun way to start.
Promo was good. I don't like this control your narrative thing. Hopefully it goes. I think it's a corny catchphrase, but his intensity was good. The thing I really liked was this new intro and the new song, because that other intro, that music was like, I was ready to slit my throat because they would play that music over every fucking promo. I like the new music. I like the new intro. It made it look like this company is like changing for the better.
It felt like the opening promo in this new intro video. It felt like I was watching a new season of a TV show.
It was really good. I really liked the new.
But then the first match just happens to be a repeat. A return match from Slammiversary, Willie Mack versus Chris Bay for the X Division title. These guys just had a match, so it was just kind of like I was just like not really into it, because I'm watching it again in like 3 nights. There was a really cool part where Willie Mack's laying on the mat and Chris Bay goes, Willie Whack, laying on his back. He raps, and then he hits a standing moonsault, but he misses. At the end, Chris Bay hits the springboard cutter, which he calls the art of finesse on Willie Mack for the clean victory. Chris Bay is still your X Division champion. Willie Mack, I think they're just fucking they're just like, yeah, you're fucking done.
Well, I mean, do you really need Willie Mack? Let him go be a jobber on fucking AEW.
But he just put over Chris Bay twice, 2 nights.
Well, Chris Bay's the future, and I definitely think it's smart. I mean, Willie Mack can recover from this. He can always be with Rich Swann. Maybe he can feud with Eric Young and put Eric Young over for a few weeks. But I don't think you should invest in Willie Mack. I think they're making the right call.
Yeah. What'd you think about these?
But I think you should keep Willie Mack because he's a good guy to put in if people get injured or you need, you just need a good utility guy. He could be like Shelton Benjamin is in Raw, but I would not. He just is a bad look to focus.
His push is over, basically, right?
Good. Let it be over. He has a horrible
But I'm
look.
saying, I think his push is over.
I think he's going to be like the utility player, like when they need someone, like Eric Young was for years. Like when we need someone, we'll just shove him in this storyline.
I thought their Slammiversary match was better than tonight. Tonight was just like, eh.
Yeah, tonight was but at least Slammiversary was good. So.
Yeah. So not the best way to start to open your show, but it was still fine. We get a Good Brothers. They arrive to the ring. This is Machine Gun, Luke Anderson. I'm not Machine Gun, Carl Anderson, and the original LG, Big LG, Doc Gallows. His old name from Impact Wrestling, Doc Gallows. This was a really boring promo. There was one part where Carl Anderson calls himself the best wrestler in the world.
By the way, if I ran a company, nobody could call themselves the best wrestler in the world. You could call yourself the best tag team in the world but like, I'm just so tired of I'm the best wrestler in the world. It's like, okay, you and Ricky Starks and CM Punk and David Starr and who the fuck else do we got?
David Starr. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Well, that was his gimmick too. I'm the best in the world. Okay, great. Yeah. And Shane McMahon.
Yeah. Carl Anderson, guys, he's the best wrestler in the world. Yeah, sure. And they're cutting this promo. It's kind of boring. I'll be honest with you. It's a really boring promo. And Ace Austin and Madman Fulton come out because, remember, they were attacked by the Good Brothers at Slammiversary. Ace Austin starts kind of shitting on them, saying, like, hey, you guys are new guys. And you know what? Because you guys attacked us at Slammiversary, but because you're the new guys, I'm going to let you apologize to me. And he goes, go ahead, apologize. But instead, they start fighting. This was an all right segment. It's setting up the first feud, so I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought they weren't that good on the mic, and they were acting like they were the fucking shit.
The Good Brothers.
The Good Brothers, yeah, and it was like weird, but I think the strength with these guys is going to be in the ring, so I would do less promos and more ring stuff, but I like the fact that they're going to feud with Ace Austin for a bit. So.
Yeah, they didn't just drop something,
That was a good setup.
Yeah, I agree. And then we get another thing that wasn't dropped from Slammiversary. I can't say Slater anymore, but Heath shows up because Rhino told him to show up on Tuesday, even though he is not signed. He shows up, and he's trying to get in, but the guy watching the door is like, he can't get in. And the guy's like, what's your name again? And he goes, my name is Heath. And the guy's like, don't you have a last name? And he's like, nah, I do, but I just can't use it anymore. I thought it was a very nice touch. But he can't get in, so he decides to call Rhino. He calls Rhino, but Rhino is in the back arguing with Hernandez because they had an arm wrestling contest, which winner gets the money, but they split the money in half, and Hernandez still has a problem with this. So they said, let's go fight in the ring for the money. Because of this, he misses the phone call. I like this whole segment. This was really good. This whole thing.
I like this segment too. I enjoyed it. I really like Heath, and I think he's going to be good going forward. So yeah.
Yeah, I think so. We get Chris Bay. He is in the back with some babes, and he's chilling. And then Rohit Raju comes out, and Rohit's like, "Hey, I just want to congratulate you." What was this segment about? I wasn't really paying attention.
I don't know. I think Rohit Raju is just this guy that kind of like just steps on everybody. I think they're trying to get this gimmick that he just like shows up and is like, "Hey, what's going on, everybody?" Hey, I could be in the angle too.
Yeah. I could already feel the effects of the influx of new talent is having on the show because guys who are regularly getting screen time have been drastically cut in the show.
Well, I mean, you don't really need Rohit Raju when you have
but
other guys.
We got like maybe 10 seconds of Johnny Swinger tonight.
That sucked. That needs to be rectified. Yeah. The problem isn't Johnny Swinger.
No, it's not. But like other people, I mean, I get it if Rohit Raju doesn't get a lot of stage time.
I think Johnny Swinger is going to get involved with some of the new people. It's too soon to have Johnny Swinger like, hey, what's up, Bullet Club? That is,
Yeah. Give him the handshake.
I'll give you the handshake. Then I think, and also like, they're trying to get over Chris Bay as serious, so they have him. If they had him outside, I don't know why he does this when my impression. Hey, what's going on, baby? Like, well, Chris Bay, they're trying to get Chris Bay over as like the new face of X Division. So
Yeah. We go match number 2. It's Kiera Hogan, Tasha Steelz versus Jessica Havoc, and Nevaeh. This is a feud that's kind of been building for weeks, and they finally have a match, and I was greatly disappointed. Nothing really happened in this match. This is one point where Jessica Havoc is holding up Kiera Hogan in a tombstone kind of like power driver position, and Tasha Steelz comes in the back with a steel chair and hits her with the weakest chair shot I've ever seen. Ref calls a DQ. They throw fucking Tasha Steelz out the ring anyway, and Jessica Havoc, because she wasn't even affected by the weak ass chair shot, still hits the power driver on Kiera Hogan anyways. Havoc and Nevaeh win by DQ. This was a pointless match.
I know, I didn't mind it though. I liked it.
Yeah,
I like seeing those 4 women out there. So fine.
Yeah, I like them, but they could have done a little more with this.
It was better than well, you know what? They should have Tasha Steelz put on the ref shirt and count the 1, 2, 3.
They should have done
and
that.
Give Kiera Hogan the win.
Yeah, and then Madison Rayne comes out on the Tron, and she's like, "You didn't lose, but you didn't technically win either." Next week, they should. You know what they should do? There should be a show that just copies exactly what they do on Raw, and then just like do it with their talent,
but make it worse. Yeah,
but make it like worse. That would be really funny. They do a flashback from October 6, 2016. Eddie Edwards versus Bobby Lashley, and it's Eddie Edwards winning his first championship, heavyweight championship in TNA, because he has won his second one, I believe, on Slammiversary. He's going to be talking tonight. They just did that. Pretty much throwaway.
Well, I mean, I think it was good to establish that this guy won the title before and he won it again.
Yeah,
and also like he's beating someone that was just featured on Raw last night. So like, yeah, I think it was fine. It was. I don't know why they do these flashbacks anymore. Like I used to think it's because they had nobody in the building. But now you have so many new people. I would have done a segment on I would get rid of these flashbacks and do like a vignette focusing on some guys that newer viewers don't know a lot about.
I agree. I think you could do a better job than what they did tonight, because they're getting a lot of new eyes on the show, and you want to introduce everybody. And they did it later tonight, but it was a shitty way they did it. I didn't like the way they did it.
I would have done like more vignettes. You don't need to show the best of. Now you have so many people.
Exactly. Then we get Sami Callihan. He's in the back looking for Ken Shamrock, and he finds Ken Shamrock, and he's mad because they lost the tag team. They lost a tag team match at Slammiversary, and he's yelling at Ken Shamrock, and Ken Shamrock was like, losing? Don't you think I know that? And Ken Shamrock's all sad, and he's like, don't talk to me next week, because Ken Shamrock knows he ain't got it no more. You know. No. I like the segment in a way.
Yeah, I liked it. It was short and sweet, and it got over that it was there. I thought they were gonna be like, you cost you match, no, you cost you match. Yeah. But instead, Ken Shamrock was like, hey, I know I'm a fucking loser. So
yeah, and then you see Sami Callihan just staring at him like, oh, this guy really does care, because he's supposed to be on the opposite ends. These guys hate each other, but now they're starting to see that they at the end of the day, they both want to win. They both want to wrestle. Then we get RVD and Katie Forbes, formerly of Cancel Culture. They're no longer doing that Cancel Culture gimmick. They're cutting a promo. They're like, it's basically the gist of this promo is, I'm guessing Katie Forbes does nude photos or something like that. Online, sexy photos, nude photos. She does.
Yeah,
nude photos. So. Okay. And she says next week they're $3.99.
No, free $99. That was.
Wait, what does that mean?
She said it's free. She said usually I charge money, but next week it's free $99. Meaning it's free.
Which is fake, obviously, because they can't do it.
Yeah, but I gotta tell you, Katie Forbes is scary. Like, I don't find her attractive at all.
She looks weird.
She is scary. I wish RVD didn't have her with him. It just makes him. It brings him down so much, and he is so good.
She's got like a lot of work done, which is weird.
She looks like a cyborg.
Yeah, she looks like one of those people who might be addicted to that stuff. You
Yeah,
know,
it's like it's she's skeezy to me. I don't.
we're talking like her lips are really big.
Mhm,
She's got augmentations not only on her chest and her butt, but also her abs. It's
mhm.
weird. It's fucking weird, man.
She looks like a reject from like the XPW, like the early 2000s indie scene. And
Yeah.
like she never got over it. She looks like she looks like the Johnny Swinger of the women's division, but she's not aware of it.
You know what? The thing with this is she's such a train wreck that you can't keep your eyes off of it, though. Do you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, but I just think like I don't know, like I would rather RVD. Maybe he's doing all this to hide that his body can't still go and he doesn't want to leave the company.
nah,
But
he
like,
can't go anymore. Yeah,
but I
but
don't know.
yeah, it is. I'm not gonna lie, and it is a little intriguing to me because she's so like overboard.
He's funny in this character.
Yeah,
You ever
it's
see the
funny.
promo he cut about ECW fans? Like he is funny with her, but she still skeezes me out.
Yeah, but that's kind of like why I like it. She's so like over the top. Anyway, I am interested in what they're gonna do next week because I didn't realize she said it's free 99.
Yeah.
Um, so
Can you see the dog on the table and the like?
I do see the dog on the table.
What is
I
he
didn't
doing?
before, but I see it now. She's eating something.
Oh, she's eating the cat food. Okay, there. She can eat
Oh,
the
okay.
cat food.
Yeah, she's eating the cat food then. All right, we go to match number.
It's like she's doing like homework or something.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
We go to match number 3. It is Hernandez versus Rhino. By the way, Hernandez has regrown that cholo, like Mexican mustache. He looks like super cholo right
He
now.
grew it super fast because he didn't have it a week ago.
Yeah, he grew it super fast. Yeah, you're right. So Hernandez is still wearing all his clothes, and he gives his half of the money. No, Rhino gives his half of the money to the referee because maybe they split the money in half that they were gambling on. Hernandez makes sure tell the ref, make sure there's all the money's there, and then he gives his half of the money, and then he goes to take off his shirt. He turns around and he gets hit with a score. Rhino wins and just takes the money and leaves. This was like a quick like 3-second squash. I'm guessing it's not over. I like this. I like the way they just did it. It was like get it out of the way,
I'm guessing it's over. I think they're done with Hernandez. I think they brought him in because a short-term solution because Tessa pulled her bullshit. Remember, he showed up.
Didn't have enough talent. Yeah,
Didn't have enough talent, but I think it's over for him. That he got squashed that fast. I think it's done. They don't really need him.
That's possible. Yeah.
They don't really need him.
I like Hernandez, but he can't go the way he used to anymore. It just
and he could barely go back then. So unless you're gonna bring him back with Homicide as LAX, you don't really need him.
Father Time, he always wins at the end. The North cut a promo about the Motor City Machine Guns because they're going to be the main event tonight. And then we get a Brian Myers teaser video. Brian Myers, formerly of Kurt Hawkins. Anything you want to say about the North promo and then Brian Myers teaser video?
I did not know that was Brian Myers. They didn't do a good. I went to Twitter and I saw someone posted that it was Brian Myers.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was him.
I knew it was Brian Myers because when he was jobbing on WWE, he was wearing those colors, that orange and blue.
Yeah, but the mask threw me off. I thought it was like something about like an 8 aces and 8s or like some wrestling ace or something. I don't know.
He had like an M on his forehead or some shit.
I know. I didn't really know it was Brian Myers, but interesting they brought him up. I think Zack Ryder is headed to AEW.
Possibly.
Because he got a new theme song. He had a band write him a new theme song. He's not with Kurt Hawkins, which I thought they were going to stay together. I think he's with AEW. I think Cody was just like, we'll pick him up and maybe. I think AEW. I don't think they can sign them any more people. I think they're going to sign Zach and Rusev, and that's it.
Should we talk about that or talk about that later during AEW?
What?
Because that's something I really interesting. I want to talk about in AEW for tomorrow.
We'll talk. Yeah, no. When we get to that, yeah.
Okay.
Let's keep. We gotta stay on TNA.
Okay. By the way, Brian Myers, did you see what he tweeted though?
What, that he hates black skinned women like you?
No. He tweeted at Vince McMahon. He said at Vince McMahon, and he said something like "I love you," and then super kick. And then he put his picture.
I'm sure Vince is really sad.
Yeah. And I thought that was kind of like, dude, why would you fucking do that? I was like, all that fucking interest you just generated for me just totally went down the toilet.
I'm going to show you, Vince McMahon, by losing to Eric Young on Impact. Okay.
Yeah. They show you a collection video of all these people talking about what happened after Slammiversary. I'm just kind of like going through all the talent that was poorly done. I mean, it was a good video, but like you're not really helping.
I liked what the little happy girl, Kylie Ray. I liked what she said. Like I like the fact that people underestimate me. I thought that was a good angle.
Yeah, but see, I understand. Like, you know how you said like they should do these vignettes that highlight some people, right? Mm-hmm. They should have replaced these things with those things like you were talking about, because then it's just too quick. You're just giving like just sampling of people. It's better if you did like one person at a time. But anyway, Gia Miller, their backstage announced, interviewer. She's trying to interview the new X Division champion. No, not X Division, women's champion, Deonna Purrazzo, and she's getting interviewed. Kylie Ray shows up, and she is the #1 contender because she won the Battle Royal. And then they try to fight. Actually, no. Kylie tries to just, tell her she's a challenger. Deonna offers her hand, and then she tries to put her in the Fujiwara armbar. They start fighting. They have to pull apart. Are these? Is this match going to happen because the next pay-per-view is October?
Yeah, they'll probably have it like in next week or two on Impact.
Oh, right away, huh?
I think so. I don't think.
Yeah, can't hold this till October. This is like not
it's going to be in a few weeks, I think. I like this promo and I like this confrontation. Although Deonna Purrazzo looked like she was like going to go get coffee with like her mother. She wasn't. Someone's got to tell us you got to dress a little better. I don't know.
That means Kylie Ray's probably going to lose. There's no way they're just going to take the title right off of her.
Yeah, no, she's going to lose, and they'll probably build. I think they're going to build to like a Jordynne Grace rematch for Bound for Glory, but they'll probably have like a little mini feud.
Okay. All right, so Kylie Ray's definitely not one of her top women then.
No, I think she is. I just think like you can't have Deonna lose so fast.
Then why are you feeding Kylie Ray so quickly?
I don't know if you're feeding Kylie Ray so quickly. It's just like you can't. She won. They had that stupid gauntlet match. She won. She beat all the women. I mean, you got to have Deonna look strong. There might be a couple of matches between them.
Yeah. Never know.
Who are we gonna have win? Kimberly?
Yeah. No, I think that is gonna be the next match. Yeah, because she punched Kimberly today.
Yeah, I hate Kimberly.
So, yeah. I think Kimberly's the bottom.
I think that you could stretch out Kylie Ray, Jordynne Grace, and Deonna. For like 3 months. All you gotta do is 3 months.
Probably. Yeah, you're right. And then we get Eddie Edwards in-ring promo, and he's doing what basically in his in-ring promo he says he's gonna be a fighting champion. He's gonna fight every week. Same thing he's gonna do. He's gonna do a Cody Rhodes TNT thing. Basically, he's gonna fight every week. Everybody's allowed to challenge him. Basically, Eric Young shows up, and Eric Young starts cutting a promo, and then they start fighting. I'm guessing his first real contender is gonna be Eric Young.
I like Eric Young's music.
I like Eric Young in now because he's no longer the joke. Eric Young in the previous Impact was a fucking joke. Even starting with Team Canada.
I think Sanity helped people see him as more of a serious wrestler. So.
Yeah. I like that he's a serious wrestler now. I really like this. Yeah.
I don't think. Eddie. I liked Eddie Edwards' promo tonight. It moved away from that. I'm a hardcore guy. They gotta give him a better. They gotta put him back in real. They gotta put him back in real gear. Get him out of this. I'm a Boston guy who goes to bars. Fucking hell.
He is no longer the crazy guy who talks to a kendo stick. He's like a fighting champion.
So get him back in his old gear.
Take out those fucking cornrows and put him back. Cut his hair. Put those fucking. If you want to put those tattoos back on him, that's fine. Just like make him be a fucking fighter again.
Yeah, I'm glad he stopped. I'm gonna fucking shut up.
Yeah, it was so bad. Gia Miller working overtime. She's interviewing Moose, and she goes, I thought this was really funny.
This was really funny.
Yeah, she goes, Moose, you just heard Eddie Edwards talk about how he's going to be a fighting champion. He's going to put his title on the line every week. Are you, as a TNA champion, also going to do that? And Moose goes, Gia, that's a really stupid question. Because, of course not. he's like
Dude, can I tell you, Twitter hates Moose even before. I don't get how people like. I was doing this with people like just don't like. I don't get why people hate Moose. He's fucking funny.
I think performer-wise, he's good, but I think there's been too many like bad stories of him.
You know, at this point, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
No, but I'm saying I think that's why Twitter probably.
All right, Dynamite Kid used to hold a gun to his wife's head every night. I don't give a shit at this point. Like everyone's an asshole. I got news for you. Everyone's an asshole.
Here's the thing. Moose didn't even do anything that bad.
I know Moose. All right, Moose hung out with a sex offender. I'm sure we all are hanging out with sex offenders. I mean, come on, it's comedy.
I know you are.
Wait, who's the sex offender I'm hanging out with?
You're fucking traitor, dude.
Oh yeah, no, that wasn't. No, that was sexual harassment. It's different than little harassing a kid.
Anyway, Moose is not going to be defending his title, and he says, in order for you to even get it, you need to get a special invitation from me. Basically, you've got to get an RSVP from him in order to fight. Funny. He goes, especially not the guys like EC3. He mentioned my name. But he goes, but I'll give Fallah Bahh a title shot tonight. So he's fighting Fallah Bahh tonight. So he's actually doing more than Eddie Edwards, because Eddie Edwards isn't even defending the title tonight.
No, he was a big pussy.
Yeah. Then Gia Miller is interviewing Eddie Edwards again, and she's like, hey, like, are you really going to do that? Defending the title. He goes, yeah, I'm really going to do that. And Trey Miguel comes out, and he's like, yo, are you serious about that? Then give me the title shot. So, all right, cool. So next week, Trey versus Eddie Edwards.
That should be good.
That should be good, right? Yeah. I'm kind of liking this Gia Miller. She does a good job.
They should give her the title next.
Yeah, she doesn't like make those stupid fucking faces. Like when Moose was like calling her basically an idiot, she just was like, I don't know. She worked really good with Moose.
Dude, can I tell you how much better this company is without that fucking? I think it was a good idea to give a woman that belt, but Tessa was the wrong fucking woman. Like, it's so much better without that albatross around women.
Yeah.
Everything is so. This show, they were so fucked by her the last the weeks we were covering it, and the show is so much better without it.
So much better. It's like night and day. We go to match number 4. It is Moose versus Fallah Bahh for the TNA title. He hits his lights out spear on Fallah Bahh. He wins after a match. EC3 comes out and he attacks Moose. So
that was great.
They're going to be fighting. It's like they're going to be fighting for the TNA title eventually down the line. I wanted a little bit more out of EC3 tonight than what they were just giving us.
I still think Eddie's going to be a transitional champion, and I think EC3 is going to wind up with that belt.
Yeah. I definitely think Eddie's going to be a transitional champion, but I don't think it's going to be EC3. I think something else is going to happen.
Ace Austin?
I think I would like to see Ace Austin, but
I would have had Anderson and Gallows with Ace Austin, and I would have had him lead a group with you know what the original plan was for Slammiversary?
No, tell me.
The Good Brothers were gonna come out. It was gonna come down to like I think Tessa and someone, probably Ace Austin. The Good Brothers were gonna come out and destroy Tessa, and then Ace Austin was gonna pin her, and then they were just like, that was it, and then that would have been, and then they would have been heels with Ace Austin. The Good Brothers.
Wait, where did you hear this?
Some fucking guy, I think PW Insider or something. That was the original plan. That's what I heard. I mean, that would have been a good plan, but also like you debuted the Good Brothers by them like retiring a woman like that. Like it's kind of like a shitty way.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
I think I would have just had the Good Brothers come out. I would have had Ace. I definitely would have had her lose. I would have had her be the first one eliminated. I would have had like Eddie Edwards with her if she had showed up. And then
yeah. Good Brothers. Supposedly, there's also a big rumor going around that she basically demanded like 6 figures for the belt.
Yeah, I know. I think that's true. I have a friend who talks to me.
Like it's almost like 200,000.
I heard that the day that she got fired. That she told me. So I think that is true.
So she still has the original Impact Championship.
Yeah. You know what I would do? To be honest with you, you know what I would do?
You can't sue for that. Like the company can't sue her. Be like, you have to give it to the mercy.
I don't know. I mean, I think they would have already. What I would do, I mean, if I were her, I would show up on. I would have AEW bring her in, and have her lose to Nyla Rose, and then Nyla Rose takes the belt. It's like, I'm the Impact champion. I think that's what I would
do. I think those companies are friendly, though. Because Don Callis and Omega are friends.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're friends. I mean, at this point, I would do a crossover if they were friendly. I don't know.
You know what?
I mean,
Here's
Tessa probably thinks that she can show up at some company with that belt and like do something with it. I think that's what she thinks she could do. Like
there's
Flair
one
did.
thing. That's one thing that AEW is not doing that they promised that they would do.
What?
By the way, remember they were like, we want to work with everybody and do like cross, like.
Well, a New Japan was like, fuck them.
Yeah, and then like, how come they're not working with like NWA? They're not. Those guys aren't doing anything right now. Just fucking.
I would stay away from Billy Corgan. He's a weird guy. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I someone brought up a great point. I think New Japan would have been cooler with it. They announced AEW in front of the Tokyo Dome on midnight while they were working for New Japan. Mm-hmm. And I think New Japan kind of got annoyed by that because it's like when they were standing in front of the Tokyo Dome, when I watched the video, it kind of does look like they're saying like New Japan's going to help us. And that wasn't the case. You put them on the spot.
Yeah.
So I kind of get why New Japan got annoyed. They could have stood anywhere and done like, we're going to launch AEW. Go back and rewatch that episode, that clip.
Yeah.
It's kind of like shitty to New Japan.
By the way, Ray is talking about Being the Elite. It's like the internet show
on midnight in 2018, 2019.
Yeah, and it is where they first announced AEW, and he talked about they did it by basically the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. No, not Kenny Omega. Young Bucks, I believe,
Hangman Page and Cody.
Yeah,
because Kenny Omega couldn't go yet.
Yeah. They're standing outside the Tokyo Dome. They're looking at their cell phones, and it says AEW on it. And here's the thing: New Japan doesn't need them. They need New Japan.
I know, but I think New Japan would have worked with them. Like if they had filmed that in their house or like in Times Square, and they pretended it was New Year's Eve and did that, and then they showed Being the Elite. I don't think New Japan would have held a grudge against them. The way they did it made it look like New Japan is cool with it. And I think that's what annoyed New Japan.
Yeah. That and the whole ROH thing. That thing, because New Japan
People bought tickets thinking they were going to see the Elite guys.
Yeah.
In Madison Square Garden. Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have done it better because basically they were able to get their popularity with New Japan. They were, and they kind of fucked them over.
Yeah. See, ROH doesn't want to work with AEW because they're technically, I guess, direct competition with each other. Mm-hmm. And New Japan doesn't want to work with AEW because they're partners with ROH and CMLL. And here's another thing. AEW, they work with AAA. AAA and CMLL are like arch rivals. And New Japan works really closely with CMLL.
I think if AEW had worked with New Japan, was able to bring in the Bullet Club stuff, and I think that their ratings would be much higher even during the pandemic. I think they'd be doing at least better than Raw on the internet. I would have done whatever I could if I was what's the guy's name? Tony Khan. I would have done whatever I could to be like, we cannot piss off New Japan. I want to get in bed with them. Because together that would have been something that could have hurt WWE.
Yeah.
But you know what?
But then there's a couple of things they shouldn't have done.
If Tony Khan misses the show, he's out of business.
Yeah. Man, I forgot where we were. Oh, okay. I remember where we are now.
Where are we?
Yeah. Eddie Edwards versus Trey Miguel. Oh, yeah. Falaba. Yeah.
That was good.
Oh, wait. Here you go. I remember now. Okay. So Moose beats Falaba on EC3, attacks him. Then we get Good Brothers. They're in the parking lot. They're getting ready to leave because all they were going to do tonight was a promo. And then Ace Austin and Fulton drive by, and they just start talking shit. And then as their backs are turned, Reno Scum, who's worked with Ace Austin previously, come out and they start attacking the Good Brothers. The Good Brothers get the upper hand, fucking chase them away, and then Ace Austin and Fulton drive away. And that has been announced for Impact next week. It is Reno Scum versus Good Brothers in their first match at Impact.
Dude,
Wrestling.
Two funny things.
Yes.
Let's go they acknowledged the pandemic, which was great. This is the only company that acknowledges the pandemic, which makes everything so much better. Like, they're like, go.
Impact, I mean, AEW does.
But they don't, like, work in the storylines. Like Carlos goes, let's go hit up a bar where let's go before closing time. And he goes, are there bars during a pandemic? And then the other funny line was, get them! That's not getting them! Did you hear Ace Austin? Get him,
Yeah,
boys! That's
yeah,
not getting them. Like I thought that was really funny. Those two lines.
yeah. It's I like Ace Austin. I've been a
Yeah.
big
Well,
fan
yeah,
of
you were
Ace
the first
Austin.
one who told me. He's like, hey, bro. He's like, yeah, but I'm gonna marry him one day, bro. Like,
Yeah. I mean, he's from Jersey. He fucking I saw him fucking jump off this fucking thing once. Fucking great. It's a good dude.
wasn't
Very
that at the
funny.
Impact Homecoming show? He jumped off something.
Yeah. You were there.
Yeah, it was there, bro.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Back when we could gather in groups.
Dude, do you remember how many people there were in that building?
Oh yeah,
So many people. Oh,
so
it's
many
crazy.
people. I'm glad I did that because that's never gonna happen ever again. I'm glad. Like I feel like we went to the final WrestleMania week.
Do you remember when I told you to go to that fucking pizza party show?
I'm glad I went to the other show. I have to
No,
support Dan.
dude.
Dude, my friend was on that show. My friend trumped some guy. Who'd you say was the guy that was on Johnny Eagles?
What are you talking about? We had Robbie Eagles. We had Audrey Edwards.
Okay,
Was
I
one
had.
of the,
Oh, who
one
gives
of the
Audrey
referees.
Edwards? Audrey Edwards. Dan Barry is my friend. I have to support her.
Shotzi Blackheart.
Fuck
She
her
was
too.
on the
She's not
show.
my friend.
We had
Dan Barry would come over here and help me move something. Is Shotzi Blackheart gonna do that? Is your buddy Johnny Eagle Face gonna?
Johnny Eagleface. Yes, that's his name. Who else was there? Alex Zane was there. That was a good show, man. That was a really good show. Anyway,
It's never gonna happen again.
I miss live wrestling. Did you see another flashback, or was that just for Twitch and on Impact?
No, there was no. I know.
Okay,
What do they do during commercials on Twitch?
Sometimes they do flashbacks. That's why I thought just another. The next
no,
one.
but
Yeah.
I just see like these weird commercials where like these banks no one goes to and these like sex pills and stuff. They have weird sponsors.
Okay, so then after that Good Brothers Scum thing, this part was very weird. So we get Rosemary on Johnny Bravo. They're in this like really nice home, and Rosemary thinks it's just gonna be them two, and she's thanking Johnny Bravo for getting a place. We're gonna get some food, and Johnny goes, yeah, but she goes, you know what always goes with some food? From Rosemary. Hint, hint. And Johnny Bravo goes, yeah, we'll get some olive oil too. Extra virgin. Extra virgin. Hinting that he's a virgin.
Uh-oh.
And then Taya Valkyrie comes out. And Rosemary is like, what? I thought we were going to be alone. And then she uses her magic to bring more people in. You get Kylie Ray's there. The Deaners are there. Johnny Swinger is there. Crazy Steve is there. Triple XL are there. And it is going to be called Wrestle House. And it is going to be showing up next week. I did not know what the fuck this was about. What is this?
I think it's going to be like a bunch of sketches like they did with Hardy.
Okay. I don't think this is the right thing to do.
I think it's the right thing to do with Rosemary because I don't want to see her in the ring. Why does Rosemary want to fuck this guy?
When did Rosemary become like the shittiest person in Impact Wrestling? I can't stand this gimmick, man. I can't.
I mean, I like her acting's pretty good, but like, I just don't understand why she wants to fuck this guy so bad. He's hideous looking.
Because he's a extra virgin.
No, that part annoyed her. She made a face.
No, she was super happy about that.
No. She got annoyed. Go back and rewatch it. She was pissed.
I thought she was like the face, like she was like ecstatic.
No, she really wanted to fuck him, but then when she found a virgin, she was gonna make it work because she just wants to fuck him so bad. I don't get why. Because she's not a bad-looking woman. I don't get why she want to fuck this guy that bad. Doesn't make any sense.
But maybe that's the whole thing.
Like, I feel like this is like some guy's obsessed with her is writing this, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be so hot if Rosemary want to fuck me."
But maybe that's like how they're doing the thing with like Ivar. Everybody wants to fuck Ivar. This
is the guy jerky. I have a couple of goth friends that like obsessed with. They watch just for Rosemary, like goth.
Yeah, there's people who are really into goth shit. I like Rosemary when she wasn't a joke.
I don't know where this is going, but it is what it is. I do think sometimes I think that they know Ty is going to leave to go to WWE as soon as her contract's up, so they like just do goofy shit with her because they don't want to take her seriously anymore.
When is her contract up?
I don't know, but it must not be for a while because I would bet that she would have left months ago.
You think WWE would take her?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. She's good in the ring. She's not the worst.
No, yeah, I like her, but
I mean,
are they signing people right now?
I think maybe I think they would if she was around. I mean, Look, I'll put it this way: if Kenny Omega fucking walked down to AEW and said "suck my dick" and called like Vince McMahon, it's like, "Can I show up on Raw Monday?" They'd probably say yes. They're gonna be like, "Oh, it's a pandemic." No,
It's like,
they
we had, it's tough times right now.
They probably, if Kenny Omega like tomorrow night is like, "Oh, fuck this AEW bullshit, I don't want to be here anymore." Even like Cody did it, like, "Fuck this, I'm out of my contract." And one of them called up Vince, they'd be on Raw Monday. Not gonna be like, "No,"
Fair enough. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you know why I didn't like the Wrestle House is because you're taking all the guys who's been with this company who's putting all the work and just put them all into this one condensed little thing, like a sampling, and I'm like,
I know, but you got to get over these new guys. But anyway,
yeah. All right, so we go to our fifth and final match: Motor City Machine Guns versus the North for the tag team titles. To me, this match started off kind of slow, but then near the end, I mean, it just starts picking up. There's dives and stuff. The North, it's been so long since I've seen them like this where they're no longer a fucking joke. They're just being serious. They're serious fucking wrestlers. Ethan Page is not fucking around. They're hitting double team after double team after double team moves because that's what the North was best at. Tandem tag team moves, double team moves, crazy ones, really good stuff. And then there's this point in the finish where it comes where they're just both Ethan Page and Josh Alexander are just taking turns hitting Chris Sabin, and they're getting ready to hit their final finishing move. And right at this moment, Ethan Page decides to be a little arrogant, a little too arrogant, grabs Chris Sabin, talks shit, kisses Sabin on the head, and they set him up for the finisher where he gets thrown into like a spine buster. He gets out of it, and he rolls up Ethan Page for the win. Motor City Machine Guns are your new tag team champions. This was a good match. I liked it.
Great main event. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see more from these guys. I'm glad they gave it to Motor City Machine Guns. They were the right team to beat the North. And fucking great. Great to see Motor City Machine Guns. Great to see the North. I think this episode delivered. It was the one last thing, and then I'll get my review.
What'd you say?
One last thing. Did you see the Heath Slater thing?
Yes. So, what do you call it? By the way, that tag team finishing move, the ending was great storytelling because it was his arrogance. If they just hit that finish, they would have won.
They would have won.
That little moment of him arrogance let Sabin regain his composure. The show ends with Jimmy Jacobs leaving the studio, and as the door is about to close, someone sticks their foot in. To not to let the door close and comes in, it is Heath Slater. He walks in. So Heath Slater is coming into the company. I get it. Great episode of Impact.
Great episode. They really delivered. The problem with Impact for so many years is they would never deliver on their we're gonna have a big surprise. They delivered at Slammiversary. They delivered tonight. They've got a really strong roster now. They are the only company right now, and I don't think they're the only company right now that is growing and becoming better during the pandemic. Everyone else has become far worse since this thing started, but they're the only company that are really taking advantage of the pandemic to become a better fucking company.
And yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. They got rid of some dead weight. They got rid of a lot of dead weight. If you think about it, Joey Ryan, Michael Elgin, Tesha Blanchard, and they hired a lot of good workers. It's good stuff.
Good AC3, Eric Young, Heath Slater. The Good Brothers, the Motor City Machine Guns are back, dude. It's really. I would bring in Eric Rowan eventually to have him be with Ace Austin before AEW can get him.
So next week on Impact,
really like what they're doing.
Yeah, next week on Impact, Reno Scum versus the Good Brothers. Eddie Edwards defends his title against Trey Miguel. So I think
both are going to be really great matches. So
yeah, I can't wait. Me too. I can't wait for Tuesday. And we're going to go right into AEW Dark. This show was an hour and 13 minutes. Did you watch the whole thing?
No. I when the Darby Allin match started, I stopped and went to Impact. I will not watch past an hour. I'm not going to do it. Okay. Fuck AEW.
You missed You missed a big thing that happened. Okay, so I'll go through it. The first match is Ricochet Chanel versus Sheeta. Sheeta beats her with the Falcon Arrow. Ricochet's very, very green, but she does her gimmick well. She likes to smash.
Yeah, she likes to shop. This was an okay match. There was nothing bad, nothing good. It was fine.
Corey Hollis versus the returning Kip Sabian. with Penelope Ford. Now, last week they had mentioned that 4 out of the 5 top contenders are out from the women's division, and we were speculating that was Penelope Ford. When I saw Penelope, because she was out for a whole week,
And
when
they
I
filmed
saw
this
her
last
today,
week.
what?
And they filmed this a week ago.
Oh, when she was out today, she was wearing a knee brace. I don't know if you saw that. She had a knee brace on, so she might not be able to actually wrestle. She could probably come out, but I don't think she could actually wrestle right now. Kip Sabian hits the deadly Hollows finisher for the win. Good to see Kip Sabian back. I liked it. Did you like it?
Yeah. I like seeing Penelope Ford again. It's always good.
Yeah,
That's the best part.
Those two look good together. They really look good together, I think. Then we get Dustin Rhodes. He is training the Nightmare Sisters, Brandy and Allie. And then I feel like they're watching this podcast, man, because they got.
I feel like how people are watching this podcast because Ethan Page has got better as promos. Eddie Edwards has changed everything that we've said you need to do. They actually do.
Yeah,
we should be running all these companies.
The reason why I'm saying that is because we were saying like last week we were saying like, what the fuck does why the fuck they keep mentioning that Brandy Rhodes and Allie are like 4-0 in the tag team division? There's no tag team division in the women's division. There's no tag team titles. So Dasha, even though they're training, she goes up there and she goes, "Hey, so you guys are 4-0, but what's your goal, guys? What's your goal?" And Brandy acknowledges that there are no real tag team titles in the women's division. The men's have tag team titles, but we don't. And what she's trying to do, and we're just trying to, by winning, hope to get more attention on the women's division, which I think we've done. That's why they're doing it. So that's the reason why they're staying as a tag team, to get more attention onto the women's division.
And then
they argue back and forth because the whole point of this storyline is that these two can't get along.
You know what I would have said when Brandy said that? I would have had Allie grab the mic and be like, you know what? There is no women's tag division. So we want a shot at Kenny Omega and Hangman Page or something like that. That's what I would have had. Like, put her in. I'm like, wait, what? No, we don't.
I think that would have been better. I think this has, ever since QT is gone from this is really derailed.
Yeah, he has Corona.
Really, yeah, does he?
Well, then don't have them on TV till he gets better. Just don't acknowledge it till he gets better. I mean, it just makes no sense. Like, put more spot. But you're basically doing nothing. Like, it'd be one thing if like Brandy Rose was like, I'm gonna get behind Allie and I want her to beat Sheeta, right?
Yeah.
But fucking, that's why I think Allie should have put her in a no-win situation. We want to, you know what? I challenge Butcher and the Blade next week to prove that we belong in the rankings.
Does QT really have? He has Corona.
Yeah, he has Corona. Yeah, DDP confirmed it.
So I agree. Then they should just not. They should just hold this until he comes back. But because it's really going nowhere. It's pointless, kind of. At this point, it's really derailed. They stop. Just take a 2-week break or something like that.
Yeah,
no
one's gonna like.
Come back with QT. Yeah, just take a 2-week break or something like that. We get match number 3. It's Grady Pierce with Sabby, who is the former NXT talent Tino Sabatelli, who used to tag team with Riddick Moss, who's also missing in a way. But I think Riddick Moss is back.
You want to hear something crazy?
Yes.
So Grady Pierce liked my Instagram post about the AEW NXT podcast last week.
How do you know that?
Because it says Brady Pierce liked it, and it's his profile.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Brady Pierce must watch the podcast.
Okay, well, Brady Pierce is actually
I was about to say Brady Pierce is fucking stinks.
No, he's one of the better ones on AEW Dark. And I thought the commentary was good because they mentioned a lot of background on both these guys. Sabby, I guess they're going to call him Sabby, which is a really fucking stupid name, by the way. I get it, he can't use Tino Sabatelli, but just calling him Sabby was very fucking weird. But they mentioned that that Sabby has 6 years experience in the NFL. And Grady Pierce, this is actually his 4th partner. They mentioned that he's been wrestling in tag teams in AEW Dark multiple times, but this is his 4th partner that he's trying to go with. They're wrestling the best friends, Chuck Taylor and oh my God, Trent. They hit the strong 0 on Brady Pierce for the win. Even though Brady Pierce, I keep saying Brady. I think it's Grady Pierce. I'm sorry.
No, it's Brady.
Pierce.
You're saying it right.
Okay, Brady Pierce and Sabby, even though they lost, they did mention that he had a better outing with Sabby this round. Sabby did look good. He got a lot of offense. And man, I really don't want to be like somebody who's like all about appearances. But like some of the people they have like who are working as enhancements, like they don't look like your typical like they don't look like Sabby, okay? Sabby looks like a wrestler. He looks like a fucking wrestler. And him and Brady Pierce, they look good together. They actually look like fucking tag team,
This was alright. I wasn't too into this. It was fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nothing on this show like made me go like with anger, but it was okay.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't mind seeing Sabby and Pierce together some more, but you got to change that fucking name. That's a stupid name. Sabby. I don't like that shit. We go to match number 4. We got Ricky Starks versus Will Hobbs. Will Hobbs looks like a fucking. Dude, you got to fucking sign this guy.
It's so weird that he's like jobbing to like all these little guys.
Dude, he looks good. This guy, Will Hobbs. By the way, Will Hobbs last week they gave some little background on how his brother had took a straight bullet for Will, and this week they gave a little bit more background about how his brother and him, they're lifelong wrestling fans, and they had always dreamed about being like a manager wrestler combo that they wanted to do. And his brother passed away, so Will Hobbs wrestles in his honor. And this is a good match. Ricky Starks is way smaller than Will Hobbs, but the story of this match is even though he's smaller, Ricky Starks is a smarter wrestler. Ricky Starks is a smarter wrestler, so he is doing a lot of different fake outs, a lot of bait and switches to get Will Hobbs, but his arrogance keeps letting him, basically Will Hobbs get another edge in. But eventually the match ends with Ricky Starks, even though Will Hobbs is huge, he fucking does that lifting double underhook into like a fucking DDT thing that he does. It was a good match. I thought it was a really good match.
It was my favorite Ricky Starks match so far. He looked like less of an idiot when he came out, so that was good.
Wasn't it super impressive when he fucking picked him up with the fucking finisher?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah. Then we go to match number 5, Scorpio Sky versus Aaron Solo, who is engaged to SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley. Solo looked good, but Scorpio Sky hits the TKO for the win. I love the way he hits a TKO, man. He's fucking so smooth in the ring.
Yeah, this match was fine.
Yeah. What is he missing? Aaron Solo. What is he missing? He's missing.
I don't know, but I didn't barely pay attention to Aaron Solo. I got to rewatch it. I think meant Scorpio Sky. What?
Oh.
I am watching it, but I just like Scorpio Sky's going to win, and it was fun.
No. When I meant, like, when I'm watching this guy, Aaron Solo, I was like, he's not bad, but he's missing something. Like, you could tell he's missing something. But
probably doesn't fuck Bailey in the butt. That's the problem.
Oh, he needs something else. Like, yeah, he needs a little. I don't know what it is. All right, we go to match number 6. Kalin King versus Diamante, who has a match against Ivelisse on tomorrow, actually, on Dynamite. Yeah. Diamante is way smaller than King. King she's really tall. She's really tall. So this match was super unbelievable to me because
I still liked it.
If you're a smaller wrestler, like, you gotta be doing like, for me to like really get into it, you have to be like out wrestling the other opponent. Like in Ricky Stark's case, he's doing a lot of bait and switches to fucking get Will Hobbs. Well, Diamante is not doing any of that shit. She just hits a fucking cold red out of nowhere for the win. It was all right to me.
I liked it a lot. I like seeing Diamante.
I think Diamante is gonna win tomorrow.
I think you're right. I don't think they should sign up the Ivelisse. I think it's a huge mistake.
Yeah, Ivelisse got too much mistake. She's got too much bad luggage. She got a lot of bad luggage with her. And Diamante, she wins tonight. If she loses tomorrow, it just kind of nullifies everything.
I'd put Diamante in the inner circle.
Make her get 2 wins. Start building up her wins so Shida has somebody to fucking get a challenge for, When's their next big event, AEW?
All Out or All In. What the fuck it's called? September.
When is that? September?
Labor Day weekend.
Okay, so that gives you guys about like 5 weeks to build Diamante up. You could do it. You're gonna give her 2 by the end of this week. There's 2
I think you're
wins.
gonna see Nyla Rose versus Shinky Binky. What's her name?
Shiki Biki. No, that's right. You're right. You got it right.
Shinkata. I don't forget her fucking name. Anyway, I think that's
no. Shiki Biki. You got it right.
Shinky Binky. Not Shinky Binky. Shinky Binky. I don't know. Shane Gillis.
Right. We're gonna go to match number 7, the match that you did not finish watching. Robert Anthony versus Darby Allin.
What was?
Yeah, go ahead.
Robert Anthony. They gave him that goofy. He had like that goofy entrance gear in his like matchup video. He looks like a guy. He looks like a guy who's like an office manager who started dressing up like the Warlord from Power. He looks so. He looks so stupid.
That weird like superhero cape thing. Right?
I don't know why he looks. Yeah. Dude, he looks like a guy who should be running like a Home Depot. Like who the fuck?
He is somebody with the right gimmick. He would be way better because he's good in the ring, but they just give him like he just has like the really.
How was this stupid match?
This is great. I'm gonna talk about how good this was. This is Darby Allin's return match from injury. If you don't remember, he was injured by Brian Cage. So last week on Dynamite, Darby Allin attacked Brian Cage and saved by John Moxley. Taz is on commentary with Xavier, so he's just fucking talking shit to Darby. Darby, as he comes in, he's got his whole focus on Taz. He's not even paying it. He's sitting in the corner, just looking at Taz. Robert Anthony doesn't like this. He comes over and he slaps him in the face. He goes, "Be serious. Be serious. Take this seriously." And he's all intense. He's pushing Darby Allin. Darby Allin just too fast for him. Just comes out of nowhere, just hits him all these moves. And it's a very competitive match. Robert Anthony is intense. He's trying to back and forth match. Darby starts getting a lot more offense near the end. He hits the coffin drop for the win. Very good match. As soon as this match is over, Brian Cage comes out and he attacks Darby Allin, starts beating him up. Robert Anthony, who's still in the ring, he pushes Brian Cage. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing, man?" Because at the end of the day, Robert Anthony's not a bad guy. He doesn't like the fact that fucking Brian Cage is attacking somebody from behind after he just had a match. Before anything could happen between these two guys, Ricky Starks comes out, grabs Robert Anthony out of the ring, throws him into a post, comes in, and then watches Brian Cage hit a couple of power bombs on Darby Allin, and then with Brian Cage lifting up Darby Allin, Ricky Starks hits one of his fucking double underhook like DDTs, and then at the end they do a fucking fist pound. So looks like we got ourselves a new stable. Taz, Brian Cage, and Ricky Starks. They're gonna talk about this tomorrow, according to Taz. This was fantastic. The storyline building, good. First off, good match. Mm-hmm. You're building a storyline, and also you're adding more depth to an enhancement.
Listen, if they should have cut a fucking match out, and then people would have watched it. I don't know. I don't think this fucking show should be that long. Sorry. And that sounds like a great angle. Cut out one of these fucking matches.
I think people should watch this.
I'm sticking to my guns. I'm not watching that AEW Dark past an hour. They got to make it shorter. There's no reason for this show to be that fucking long.
It was only 13 minutes longer though.
I don't give a fuck. You can cut. So you have 2 minutes. You can cut. What's her name? The champion match with the girl likes to shop. Cut that fucking match. So half this stuff didn't even matter. You know.
Wait. I'm sorry. You cut out. Can you repeat that?
Cut out the champion fighting the girl likes to shop. Cut that fucking match.
Oh, I thought you said something else. Okay.
What do you think I said?
Yeah. I don't know. You were just going like you're a whole.
The girl likes to fucking shop and the champion Shiki Wiki. I don't know. We don't need to see that fucking. Just cut it. Like the match. It shouldn't be this long. It's dreadful.
This match was happening right at the 8 o'clock mark.
I know. I'm not giving a second of my time to AEW over Impact. I'm not.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think they're doing that on purpose?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, they're trying to cut into like Impact Wrestling.
Even though like you can watch it on demand, I think they're trying to do that. I don't give a fuck, dude. Yeah. You could fucking have John Cena walk out.
Why are they doing that? Why are they trying to cut into Impact's?
Because they want to hurt Impact's viewership. Well, they don't want to impact the game because they don't want to impact the game momentum. Because Tony Khan's about to go broke. He has to beat all the companies. from Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, if that's what they're doing, it's fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna go to match number 8. This was also a really fucking good match because they did some storytelling in this one as well. We got Peter Avalon and Brandon Cutler, who are the main event of almost every single AEW Dark because they got the best storyline going. Versus Butcher and the Blade, who's got a really big match next week against the Young Bucks. This match is just like on fire. Butcher and Blade are a little less sloppy in this match than they've normally been. Leva Bates, there's even a point where she hits another dive on Butcher. Butcher catches her. Peter Avalon dives onto her to make him fall. Brandon Cutler, dude, he was just all over this place. He was great. This is one point where Peter Avalon's, on the corner, and I think one of the Butchers on the outside. Brandon Cutler hits like a no-hand tope, and as he's flying over, he fucking tags in Peter Avalon as he fucking hits the drop. Peter Avalon comes in, hits a couple more moves on Blade. Blade's he's fucking on, spaghetti legs. He tags in Brandon Cutler. Brandon Cutler tries to hit that, that springboard fucking elbow, but Blade got his knees up, so he's hurt. While he's hurting, Leva Bates slid in a fucking book, like a hardcover book. Referee sees this, grabs it, and goes, "Dude, what are you trying to do, Brandon Cutler? You trying to use this?" Brandon Cutler's like, "Dude, I'm not gonna use that book." And the referee's like, "No, you can't do this, man." And he's going, the ref's, distracted because he's going to throw the book away. Peter Avalon comes with another heavy ass book, and he fucking hits Blade with it on the head. Brandon Cutler sees this, and he gets mad because, remember, Brandon Cutler, he's fucking the clean-cut guy. He doesn't want to cheat to win. And he goes, "Dude, what are you doing?" And he's all mad at Peter Avalon when he could clearly go for the fucking victory. But because he doesn't do that, Blade comes in and hits him. They hit their finishing move on Brandon Cutler, which is called the full death, which is the vertical suplex onto the knees. For the win. Butcher and Blade win. As soon as this match is over, they go beat the shit out of Peter Avalon some more and Brandon Cutler, and they look right at the camera and go, "You see this, Young Bucks? We're coming after you tomorrow. Falls count anywhere." Great ending to a show. You didn't like that? That's fucking great.
I don't know. I don't care.
Because you know what it is? Remember when this team first started teaming up, Peter Avalon, they couldn't get on the same page because Peter Avalon kept cheating, and Brandon Cutler would stop him from cheating, and then they would fight, and then they would lose. But then they started coming together cohesively as a team, and they started wrestling better, but they still kept losing. So now Peter Avalon, because they're still losing, is kind of going back to old tactics, which now Brandon Cutler's like, "Dude, what are you fucking doing again?" So I like the evolution of what's happening with this tag team.
I think what I would do, I think this would be a really good story, is you should get the Butcher and the Blade, the Young Bucks, and Peter Avalon and Brandon Cutler in a ring. And then they should all commit a mass suicide, and then we never see them again. We just move on with our lives. I think that would be a great – I think you would win the demo, for sure. You would win the demo.
You know what they should do? They should take the Butcher and the Blade.
You know what? I don't understand why Leva Bates didn't put on a referee shirt, just count to 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. I think you should watch those last two matches.
No, I've never watched them. I'll never portray Impact Wrestling. Sorry, unlike you, I have morals. Okay.
No, but you can watch it right afterwards. That's what I do.
I won't. I'm protesting.
You're protesting?
Yeah, I am protesting.
What are you protesting?
That AEW Dark should be like 40 minutes long. That's what I'm protesting.
I mean, I like it. I mean, I don't. Wait, we got to talk about the thing about AEW.
Okay, talk about the thing.
Okay, so Cody Rhodes, he's doing his open challenge for the TNT title tomorrow, and Tony Khan put out a tweet saying that he is a phony, and no,
he doesn't care about anyone.
Yeah, he put out a tweet saying that Cody's opponent tomorrow is a top indie guy. He's a top indie wrestler, but they don't know. They haven't announced who it is. I think it's probably gonna be Warhorse. That's what I think it's gonna be.
I think.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Moose. No.
Do you have any ideas who you think it's gonna be, or?
I would like it to be. I would like it to be fucking what's his name? The the guy, the LAX guy.
Conan?
No, not him. The other guy.
Diamante?
No, not the guy. The guy.
Herman Hernandez?
No, he cut Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston was never in LAX, bro.
He was that. Well, he led the evil LAX to fight the good LAX.
Oh yeah. That's right. He did lead the evil LAX. Yes, the OGs.
The OGs. Yes, I would like him to be the guy. That would be phenomenal. Also,
he's one of the most out of shape guys that you'll ever see.
Doesn't matter. Right? He's still better than half this fucking roster they have.
Wait, let me ask you a question, because that to me is weird. How come Joey Janela is super out of shape and he doesn't get a pass?
Because Eddie Kingston looks like a guy that if you started with him at a bar, he could beat the shit out of you. He looks like a legit tough guy from the fucking hood. Joey Janela looks like a fucking loser who can't even play video games. All right.
Can I ask you a question? But doesn't Kevin Owens look like a guy who could beat the shit out of you too?
No, Kevin Owens has this like goofy thing. When you talk to him in real life, he's like, ooh. Eddie Kingston looks like a guy who's been through some shit. It looks like he's been to prison. It looks like he's fucking got in street fights.
What does Kevin Owens sound like?
I like wrestling, and I'm from Canada. I'm a prize fighter. That's what I don't know. It just he doesn't have that. He doesn't look like Eddie Kingston looks like a guy who's been through some shit. Like I think Kevin Owens would shit his pants if like Kevin Owens got arrested tonight and they said you're going to prison. He's like, oh my god, I'm a wrestler. I can't go to prison. But if Eddie Kingston got arrested tonight, like you're going to prison, he'd be like, all right, I don't give a fuck. Eddie Kingston would fucking be in charge of the cell block. Yeah. Eddie Kingston, he has legitimacy.
Is Eddie Kingston a free agent right now? I guess he is.
He can't make any more videos for NWA where he tells us to just believe in ourselves anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going with Eddie Kingston. I'm going to go with Warhorse.
Well, Dean Ambrose said that the surprise tomorrow is going to make hardcore fans really happy. And casual fans.
Yeah, okay. No.
Is it a separate surprise that Dean Ambrose was talking about?
No. I'm going to let you say it again without me interrupting so people can hear.
He said casuals will like it too, but hardcores will love it.
Okay, so when I read that like 2 times just to make sure it's clear. He said hardcore fans who follow the scene, follow the wrestling scene. It's not meaning you're into like the hardcore like garbage. Like
no, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're a hardcore fan who follows the scene, you're gonna get a big surprise. And if you're a casual fan or new viewer, you will be like entertained or something like that, right?
I think it's Eddie Kingston. I don't think it's Warhorse.
Yeah. So that's why I think it's gonna be Warhorse, because if you're a new fan, if you're like a brand new fan, you don't know any of this independent scene shit. If you see Eddie Kingston, he's just like an out of shape.
Once give him the mic, let him go for a minute. Anyone watching doesn't know who he is. Will be like, oh, who is this guy? I'm telling you, I didn't know who he was. So when I went to Bound for Glory 2018, I wasn't even watching the show. I just showed up. I didn't know who the fuck this guy was. This guy cut a promo, and I'm like, this guy's the man. I had no clue who he was. I wasn't watching Impact at the time. He just cut a promo in the back, and it's like he commands your attention. So I think it's going to be him. We'll probably both throw him in Zack Ryder, by the way.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be an ex-WWE guy. That's the whole point, though. I don't think it's going to be an ex-WWE guy. I think it's going to be Warhorse because visually, if you're a new fan, you look at this guy who looks like reminiscent of the Ultimate Warrior.
What about Danhausen or something? What's his name?
Danhausen signed with ROH. He's not independent. Yeah.
What about
I was thinking Brian Pillman Jr.
What about Dan Maff? No, he's already been on Dark as a fucking scrub. Dan Maff.
Dan Maff is signed with ROH, isn't he?
No, he is? I don't know.
Yeah, he is. He's signed with ROH.
Does ROH even exist?
Nick Aldis?
Who gives a shit? I think you're right. It's probably going to be the Warhorse.
Maybe. Hey, it could be Eddie Kingston. We don't really know.
You know what? I also actually don't give a shit. So,
if I'm right, if it's Warhorse, you have to lick your dog's eyeball.
No, because I don't care.
Phil does, because she got the big eyes. Just licking.
No, I'm not licking anything.
Okay, lick her teeth.
No. I'm not doing that because I don't care who it is.
Stick your finger in the
This isn't something that we're fighting about, so I don't care.
Okay. All right. That's the show, guys.
I don't believe that Eddie Kings is going to turn AEW around. I don't give a fuck.
I would say watch both shows. They're excellent tonight.
I would say just watch Impact. You should burn every copy of AEW in existence.
By the way, if you are not watching Impact at this point, you're missing out.
You're missing.
I'm just gonna say this. You're missing out. Yeah.
But if you're watching AEW, your life is so much better than mine because it's really an abortion of a company, so they should all die.
Oh, by the way, for all your comic book needs, please check out Sub-Zero Comics. Google it. You can buy comics. You can sell comics.
and if you want to like fall into a coma, they have old episodes of Dynamite on fucking on BR Live. So
yes, they do. Look at that. We're doing a service, man.
You can pass out and want to blow your brains out at the same time. All right, man. Fuck AEW. Thanks, guys. Bye.